We met in 1999.
Yep.
Yeah, we were both working together in a restaurant, good old CPK, California Pizza Kitchen. Next year will be our 20th anniversary. We've done a lot of traveling and had some pretty incredible meals all around the world, so it's great. We had fun, and we knew we wanted to get in our travel because we knew at some point our lives would change. It was a long journey for us. We first looked into
fostering through the county, and we're sort of dissuaded, and that was 12 to 15 years ago.
And we didn't want a temporary placement, we wanted a permanent placement. So we realized that wasn't the path for us. It was important for Katie to try to conceive a child. So we went down that road for several years.
And knew we sort of had to try a different path because we were spending a lot of time and energy and still not getting our end result. And we found a place locally that offered infant adoptions. And a year after we applied, we found out that they closed. And so we lost a lot of money and a year of the process. When we first started this process of finding a family, many people along the way have said, your family will find you. You will find the kids that are meant to be with you. And there were a lot of times where we doubted that. We actually went and initially interviewed with Adoption Options for their infant program with sort of like tell us also more about flexible families. And we decided to do flexible families. It felt like a better fit. I also feel like they're very inclusive. Like I remember our first day walking into their office and, there were rainbow flags, LGBT families. It just felt comfortable.
Our caseworker was incredible. I mean, she would respond to us instantly, and that was something we never had before. We felt important to them.
Yeah, we weren't just a number or a case, like it was just a constant, there was all communication back and forth.
I saw the email first with all of their information. It happened pretty quickly for us. They interviewed us, so they had a few other families to consider with these siblings. And they left, and then she came back 20 seconds later.
Rang the doorbell, and she said, these are your kids.
Dakota's the eldest, he's 6 years old, and Cruz is the middle, and he is 3. And VN, we call her Vivi, is 2.
Unfortunately, we know sort of the least amount of the story with Dakota, the oldest. With both boys, they were taken from their biological parents because of abuse and neglect. Vivi was taken pretty soon after delivery because of drug exposure and because of the case that the boys had.
They were all 3 together at a foster home, and Dakota was very excited, and he just took our hands and said, these are my moms.
Didn't blink an eye.
He didn't let go of my hand the entire time.
Cruz, we were told he takes a while to warm up.
Within 5-10 minutes, we were carrying him around, we were playing soccer, he was sliding down the slide with us, and the foster parent at the time just had her mouth open. She'd never seen him talk or interact with anyone. You can see how that's changed.
And then the baby was just a silly little baby
she was so teeny.
From the get-go. She was just all love. Yeah, that was our first day.
And we felt we had such a good connection with him that first time, and I think we were ready. As they said, just rip the Band-Aid off and we'll just place him with you. We scrambled to get the house ready, and it was history. From day one.
They were just making jokes.
Making jokes and faces and just love to be silly and love to make you laugh. Dakota is so outgoing and so curious and inquisitive. Cruz is the exact opposite. He's quite shy at first. But then once you get to know him, he's funny and he loves to do little funny walks and little funny dances. Vivi, when we first got her, she wasn't moving or crawling or really making too many noises, and now she is a spitfire, and she talks a mile a minute and full sentences and paragraphs, is the boss of the house.
She is
tells
the boss
everyone
of the house.
What to do. She's amazing.
And they love each other. Dakota is the most loving little boy.
And Vivi loves her brother. She calls them my boys.
Where are my boys?
I'm gonna go say hi to my boys. They're so cute.
They are cute. Adoption Options changed our lives. They created our family. They were our advocates. They were knowledgeable.
Adoption Options was offering all these services that supported us with play therapy for Cruz, with speech therapy for Dakota.
We always had sort of the final say, but they would always give us suggestions for things that we could be doing differently or how they could be helping. I know that there are great parents that are out there and waiting to find their families, and they may not have those resources or that ability for a private adoption. And so having people donate and support Adoption Options will give more families and more people like us the same end result.
I think it's so important to fund Adoption Options because of our story. The fact that we found these 3 siblings and we've created this family, it's just an incredible story, and there's so many other stories out there that can be a good story and a happy story and a beautiful placement in families, and they're out there, the kids are out there. I mean, what an incredible thing to support. They're so beautiful and they're so smart and they're so kind. Some days I still it doesn't even sink in. We're so grateful.
Yeah.
I mean, they've given us just as much hope and kindness and love, and we hope to give them.